Echoes of the Desert. The desert town of Jerome, Arizona, lay nestled among the rocky cliffs like a forgotten relic of the past. Its streets, once bustling with life, now echoed with a haunting silence that seemed to seep into the very soul of the town. Jack Carson had always been drawn to the eerie atmosphere of Jerome, its abandoned buildings and ghostly legends calling to something deep within him. Little did he know that his curiosity would lead him down a path of terror and despair. Jack was a man in his late 30s with a rugged face weathered by years of hard living. He had come to Jerome seeking solitude, hoping to escape the demons that haunted him from his past. But as he wandered the deserted streets, he couldn't shake the feeling of being watched, as if the town itself were alive and waiting for him to make a wrong move. It was on a sweltering summer evening that Jack stumbled upon the old abandoned mansion at the edge of town. The house loomed ominously against the fading light of the desert sun, its windows boarded up and its once grand facade crumbling into decay. Despite the warning signs, Jack felt a strange pull towards the mansion, as if it were calling out to him in a language only he could understand. As he stepped through the creaking front door, a chill ran down Jack's spine, and he knew immediately that he was not alone. The air was thick with a palpable sense of unease, and he could feel the weight of unseen eyes watching his every move. Ignoring the voice of reason in the back of his mind, Jack pressed on into the heart of the mansion, his footsteps echoing eerily in the empty halls. It wasn't long before Jack began to experience strange phenomena that defied all rational explanation. Objects would move on their own, doors would slam shut with a force that seemed impossible, and whispers would echo through the empty rooms, filling his mind with a sense of dread. Jack tried to convince himself that it was all in his imagination, but deep down he knew that something malevolent lurked within the walls of the mansion. As the days turned into weeks, Jack's sanity began to unravel under the relentless assault of the supernatural forces that plagued him. Sleep became elusive, his dreams haunted by twisted visions of death and decay. He would wake in the dead of night to find himself paralyzed, unable to move, as unseen hands gripped him in a vice-like hold. And always there were the whispers, growing louder and more insistent with each passing day. Desperate for answers, Jack turned to the locals for help, but they only laughed and muttered darkly about the curse that had befallen the mansion. It seemed that everyone in Jerome knew of the house's dark history, but no one dared to speak of it openly. Undeterred, Jack delved deeper into the town's secrets, piecing together fragments of the past in a desperate bid to uncover the truth. What he discovered chilled him to the bone. The mansion had once belonged to a wealthy family who had fallen victim to a series of tragic accidents, each one more gruesome than the last. Rumors of foul play and dark rituals had surrounded the family for generations, and it was said that their restless spirits still haunted the halls of the mansion, seeking vengeance on anyone who dared to disturb their eternal slumber. But it was too late for Jack. The poltergeist that had been unleashed upon him was relentless in its pursuit, its malevolent presence growing stronger with each passing day. Jack knew that he was running out of time, that soon he would become just another victim of the curse that had claimed so many before him. As the sun set on another day in Jerome, Jack stood alone in the crumbling ruins of the mansion, his mind consumed by fear and despair. He knew that there was no escape from the horror that awaited him, that he was doomed to spend eternity in the clutches of the poltergeist that had claimed his soul. And as the whispers grew louder and the shadows closed in around him, Jack knew that he would never leave Jerome alive.